Hello everybody, welcome back to Lucky Islam 13, and today I will be interviewing my dad. So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Okay.
So we are here with my dad, and today we are going to interview him. So the first question I have for you is, what does kindness mean to you?
Oh, so we're getting right into it. We're not going to make any small talk. All right, let's go right in. So kindness, I think, means different things to different people. To me, kindness means being good to other people. It doesn't matter if they're good to you or not. It measures how good you are as a person. So if there's somebody that's mean to you or nasty or ignorant or rude or whatever, you don't know what kind of day they had. So I don't treat them the way they treat me, because you never know. Maybe they're really a nice person and just everything built up at the wrong spot. So I treat them with kindness, because you know what? Maybe that little act of kindness, random act of kindness to them, makes all the difference in the world. Maybe you being nice to them, like if you're mean to them, maybe that's the one thing that triggers them and they just blow up and they yell at their kid or their wife or their husband or whoever it is. So why do that? Why not always be nice? Because you know what? If you can make somebody smile, make their day a little bit brighter, then kindness was worth it.
That's a very inspiring take on kindness. What is the most inspiring act of kindness you think you ever did?
Oh, inspiring acts of kindness. Well, here's the thing. I can't measure those because it has to be measured by either the person that received the act of kindness or somebody that saw the act of kindness and inspire them to do better. Because I've seen lots of things, read lots of things, or heard lots of things that inspired me to be better. There was a story a long time ago about a running back from Kansas City Chiefs. His name was Joe Delaney, and he was out near a swimming swimming hole down south, and there were some kids that couldn't swim. They shouldn't have gone in, and one of the kids was drowning, or actually a couple kids were drowning, and he said, I can't swim, but I got to save those kids. So he jumped in to help the kids, and he ended up drowning. But he gave of himself. You know what I mean? So when you see that, you're like, wow, that's really inspiring. That inspires me to want to do other things. So to me, I don't keep track of all the things that I try to do for other people. I just hope that it helps other people, and then maybe somebody else will see it and kind of get things going, get that whole train of kindness.
That is truly the most inspiring story I have ever heard.
Well, you're young. You'll hear better.
What do you think people should do more often?
Smile. Be more giving. Smiling is underrated. Saying nice things. Because, you know, every day at work, I have people that are like, hey, how you doing today? And I could say, oh, my back hurts, or this. I could say a lot of things that are going wrong. But instead of looking at the wrong stuff, I like to do the positive things. Fantastic. Could always be worse. Could always be in a worse situation. At least it's not snowing. At least there's not a blizzard. At least you have a job. At least there's something good going on. So when you say fantastic and good, then people feel that. They feel the energy, and they're like, oh, that's awesome.
I totally agree with that. Okay. And if you could have all the money in the world or solve poverty and pollution, which one would you choose?
Well, nobody owns money. Money is just there for spending. It's there to make other people happy. It's there to help other people. So to me, you know, is it great to have lots of money? Well, to pay bills and to help other people, absolutely. But I'd rather help other people. So if every person helped somebody, help one other person that was less fortunate, we wouldn't have as much poverty. We wouldn't have as much people being unemployed and hate and aggravation and pain in the world.
If poverty was not something that was a problem anymore, that would be quite the miracle.
Oh, absolutely. Because we could get rid of poverty in this country. Absolutely.
Definitely.
It's just the people that have the money, they have a power. And with the power, they want to be able to control other people. But there's a lot of people that do have lots of money, they give of themselves, and they give money, and they're like, listen, whatever I could do to help other people, whatever I could do to make the people that don't have, that are struggling every day, better, then we all win.
That is definitely what we should do more often. And why do you think we should make the world a better place?
Well, I think in the last year we've seen the world become not a better place. I mean, obviously during COVID, it's been much more difficult. Everybody's on edge. We've seen the worst of a lot of people. And I think when tragedies come out, you'll either see the worst of people or the best. And there's been an awful lot of people that have gone and done above and beyond and tried to help other people and brought the best out of them. During a time of tragedy, like within this last year with COVID and everything and people losing their jobs, you've seen other people stepping up to help out. There's restaurants that are closed and people that are losing their jobs. Should the government help them? Absolutely. The government should be there to help all those businesses. And they shouldn't be giving the money to the people at the top. They should be helping the everyday people. And instead, we see other people stepping up to help them, which makes us all better.
Yes, it definitely does, and it is an amazing thing. Why should we also be grateful too?
Why should we be grateful?
Yes.
Like every day be grateful?
Yeah.
Well, because there's a lot of blessings. A lot of people don't realize that, and that's not necessarily a religious thing, but there's people have a lot of good going on in your life. And if you focus on the negative, more negative stuff will happen to you. But if you focus on the positive and you give out good energy, you're going to get good energy back. There's times when you give out that good energy that people just don't want to hear it, and they want to dampen your shine, and they want to say mean things or be rude to you because they're unhappy and they don't want to see somebody else happy. They feel, it's what I call a piece of the pie. They feel if you have a big piece of the pie, that cuts down on theirs. But that's not true. There's a big piece of the pie for everybody. If they're happy, they can start attracting. And sometimes you just get so caught up in all the stuff that's going on and people can't see through the clouds. So your smile might be that ray of sunshine that helps pull them through the clouds. So every day you should be grateful for all the good stuff you have. It's a great way to start your day out.
Thank you. And we should be grateful because it doesn't bring in negative things. It brings in more good things to happen to you. Our last question of the day would be, what is the most important life lesson you've been given?
Whew. Well, I've been given a lot of life lessons. The law of attraction is one of that. When you give out good energy and you do good things, the positive stuff comes back to you. For me, it's seeing my mother was a great role model. She worked very hard when me and my sister were growing up. She had separated from my father, and so she had to work a couple of different jobs to make ends meet, and she never complained about it. She worked very hard, a lot of different hours, a lot of different jobs, always trying to put food on the table and clothes and make sure we had the most stylish stuff and we had the best childhood she could ever give us. And in doing so, she put her own needs and her own desires on the back burner. And it's not until you get a little bit older and you realize, wow, that was very giving of her. And that's a lifetime of giving. And that's very inspiring. And you got to remember, there's a lot of parents out there that do that for others.
Yes, definitely. Thank you for letting me interview today. It was such an inspiring time for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed it. Should I tell them to like and subscribe?
Do make sure to like and subscribe to Luckiest Llama 13. llama.